Hey guys, I'm Aleisha Online and welcome back to part 2 of my celebrity collectibles video. So, here are some more of really cool items that I've been gifted by celebs over the years. Here goes. I've got a couple other things here which are really cool. Now this is something just like real novelty and really fun, and I just think it's so cool. So there's a bunch of these like little cards here. They are from the Anderson Pack tour. You got gifted these in the meet and greet. You can't buy these, but they are so cool. They are actually like beer coasters, so they are really cool, or drink coasters, really cool. This is a really special piece to me. This is something that I got gifted to me, and I also won it through MTV Australia, MTV New Zealand and Ministry of Sound. Now, if you're a fan of Example and his music, you will love this. This is actually a signed shirt by him, and it's not personally signed or anything like that, but he has actually signed it, as you can see. It is really cool. It's got his signature there. It has smudged or like started to fade out a little bit over the years. I've had it folded up in a storage container for quite some time now, but I am yet to get that framed as well. It was for his album at one point or another, Example Playing in the Shadows. It's a really cool piece to own. He signed this for me while he was playing a show over in Australia for some type of a festival, and then one of these was up for grabs and I managed to like win it and get it gifted to me through like MTV New Zealand and Australia, as well as Ministry of Sound. So it's a really cool piece to have. But yeah, there's a better view, hopefully you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, he signed it and that's really cool. And not only did they gift me that and sent me a letter alongside with it when I won it, but they also gifted me his entire back catalogue of CDs at the time, which was really cool, and they're just sitting on my shelf over there. But that's another really cool piece. It's something you can't actually buy. Some of those things like that you can't buy, you know, you can't purchase, so it's really cool if you get them gifted to you. It's just something that's kind of like one of a kind and no one else really has, so it's a really cool piece. Here I have a couple signed photos and things like that. This one is from Flow Rider, from when he came to New Zealand a couple years back. Now, he signed a couple of those for me when I met him, and I actually met him at his album signing at JB Hi-Fi in Queen Street. When he signed these for me, he also gifted me a couple of signed copies of his album at the time. I won a competition to meet him through 4 Live at the time, which was like C4 back in the day on like New Zealand TV, which was a music channel. And not only did I get to meet Flow Rider like in person, and was the first person in New Zealand to meet him in line at his album signing, I also got to interview him for 4 Live, which was a music channel back in the day, alongside a few cool New Zealand people, which was really cool. So yeah, he signed a couple of those for me. I still have a couple of these actual like signed photos and stuff that I've just kept over the years. This is another one. This is from the Madden Brothers. So yeah, they have signed this for me. I had it framed quite a while ago. I actually have a few of these. I got like 2 or 3 because I had 2 meet and greets to meet them at the time for their tour when they came to New Zealand. Not only that, I was actually lucky enough to hang out with them a couple of times throughout one week when they were here for some promo and for some album stuff and different things at different times, so it's really cool. So I have a couple of these photos signed by them. Not only that, I also have a couple albums signed by them, which is really cool, and a bunch of different photos with them. They're really nice guys, and it was really cool of them to sign these for me, which was really cool. Like I just mentioned, so this album here is the other thing that I have signed by the Madden Brothers. This was their album that they released, Greetings from California, when they came to Auckland to do a CD signing. I also met them at that, as well as meeting them at their meet and greet for their show where they signed that other item for me. But this is their CD. It is signed on the inside of the cover, but yeah, so that's really cool. This here is a piece of Signed memorabilia from DNCE. So if you know Joe Jonas, you will know that he has a group called DNCE, and along with him and 3 other members. So when they came to New Zealand for the Selena Gomez World Tour that she was doing, they were the support act, and not only did I meet them, but they also signed this for me, which was really cool. Now, every person in the meet and greet who attended the meet and greet to meet DNCE and Joe Jonas got one of these. You could not ask them to sign personal items, but they would take a photo with you in the meet and greet, and you would get gifted one of these, which was one signed postcard thing, and it's about the size of this one. I don't know how many people still really have these or anything like that, but I keep all my sort of stuff like this, and I just think it's really cool to collect and keep. So I've kept mine. The signatures on my one are starting to fade a little bit, but I have had this for quite some time now, and I've had it framed for a while too. But it's just a really cool piece, and it's something to remember the tour by, and each individual member has signed this, which is really cool. So it is authentic, and yeah. Another really cool thing I got from a tour last year was I attended the Beautiful Trauma Pink World Tour. Now, not only did I get this really, really cool book, I managed to pick this up. It has a bunch of black and white photographs, colourful photographs, different things, different like pieces of writing, different things that Pink has written in here, and she's even written a big like thank you letter on the front page. That was a really, really cool piece. It's a cool collector's book. Yeah, I love collecting things like this on tours. It's just a great way to remember a tour or a show by, and you can't really ever get them anywhere else unless you're going to buy them on a tour, because they don't sell things like this online. So it's a really cool thing to pick up. Not only did I pick up this on the tour, I was really, really, really lucky to score myself this. Now this here is one of my favourite items. It is a denim tour jacket from the Pink World Tour for the Beautiful Trauma World Tour, and it's actually an official piece of merch. I have only worn it maybe once or twice tops, because it is such a special piece to me that it's such a collectible. Obviously in future and things like that I will wear it more often, but I've only worn it once or twice so far. On the front, in the top corner, it has Pink, so it has her name embroidered in Pink World Tour, and then on the label it's an official merchandise piece, which is really, really cool. And then on the back in pink stitching it has Beautiful Trauma, which is really cool, which is the name of her tour. So that was just so cool, you know, when things are an official piece of merchandise, they just have more meaning. They're really cool. There's something special that not necessarily everyone else has, and they might be a bit different to something else. So it's always cool if you can especially get your hands on a piece of clothing or anything like that. So that's really cool. So that's something I love, and that's really, this is really special. This is that Ellie Goulding Halcyon album. Now this is really, really cool because it just looks like an ordinary album from the outside, but if you take a closer look, and I'll open it up for you guys, and you look on the inside, Miss Ellie Goulding herself has actually signed that for me to Aleisha. Love Ellie. So love Ellie Goulding. So that is really, really cool. That's another really cool piece. I really treasure this piece. For many, many years I was a huge, huge Ellie Goulding fan. I actually still am. Haven't heard much music from her as of lately, but she does make some really, really, really cool hits and that sort of thing. And I met her several times when she's come to New Zealand in the past over the years, a couple times, maybe 2 or 3 tops. I actually, when she was here for an album signing at one point or another, I think I met her like 2 or 3 times within a week, for different things. So that was really cool, whether it be promo at a radio station, promo for an album, that sort of thing. But yeah, she signed this to me, and it's really, really cool, and you can see it very clearly. She wrote in like grey or silver Sharpie, so you can actually like see what she's written, which is really, really cool. So on the front it just looks like a normal album cover, but it's actually something really, really special to me, and she personally signed it, which is really, really nice. I was lucky enough to meet Nile Rodgers. Not only that, but I got to dance with him in Chic on stage to their song Good Times, and I got to sit front row for the entire show, and that was a really memorable concert. The really special thing about it is I've grown up listening to his music, being a fan for quite some time, so to meet him was really once in a lifetime. And not only that, the very few people, the handful of people, maybe 10 to 20 people tops, that were backstage at the meet and greet, got gifted an individual, one-of-a-kind, handmade piece of jewellery, such as this one. Each individual piece is unique, it's different. It was really lovely to get gifted something like this by him in a meet and greet, especially because it's something super special just to cherish and remember the tour by. And it's just very different. It's something really, really cool, and not a lot of artists would do this with a piece of jewellery, but it is really, really nice and really, really cool. I've actually only ever worn this once, because it's a really, really, really special piece to me. I really cherish it, and I want to make sure that I look after it forever. I've worn it once to a friend's joint 25th birthday event. There you go. It's really, really cool. I know it looks a bit bronze in the lighting, but it is silver, along with the chain, so it's really, really nice. It's such a beautiful piece. It's like handcrafted, and it is so, so special. So yeah, it's something I will forever cherish and keep, and it is so, so special. It's a guitar pick. So I thought that was really, really lovely of Niall to gift them, personally gift them to everyone in the meet and greet at the event. And okay, so last but not least, I have a couple plaques here. These are really, really special to me. These are special items. These are things that are personally signed by artists that I've met, and they've gifted them personally to me. These are, the signatures on them are authentic. They are really, really cool pieces, and eventually at some point I will be hanging them up in my lounge here. But they are really, really cool. Not every piece is signed, but there's specific pieces that are and aren't. But other than that, some of these are collectible tour plaques and different things like that, so they're really, really cool. So this one here is from one of the tours, the TLC tours that I went to. Now these girls are iconic. They are one of my favourite groups from the 90s. They put out some really great hits. I was lucky enough to meet them, but you couldn't get anything signed, but they gifted you these tour posters from the Australian and New Zealand tour in 2016 during the meet and greet, and I ended up just waiting and getting a whole bunch of different ones framed at different points. I got this one framed when I got some others done, so that's really, really cool. This one is not personally signed, but it does have the Australian New Zealand Tour 2016 written on the bottom of it, and it also has the tour partners, so Frontier, Elusive, all that sort of thing. It is a really, really cool piece. I love that it's all just either red, white and black, and it's just something a bit different, so it's a perfect thing for any TLC fan. Next up I have this one. This is a really, really, really cool one. This is from the Sweet Sexy Savage tour, which Keilani brought to New Zealand on her first ever tour here. It is a really cool piece. This photo that you see was actually the background in the backdrop of the photo that when you met her at the meet and greet, she had this as a big huge curtain hanging in the background. So that was really, really cool. She also gifted these to each person in the meet and greet, but there was only a limited run, so they maybe had 300 people or something meeting her, but they maybe only had 150 or so of these posters available. So if you got one, you got one. If you didn't, you missed out. I'm not sure who got one from the New Zealand tour, but I've always kept mine. And she actually signed it K at the bottom in the corner. So that's really, really cool. It's such a lovely piece. I'm yet to hang them up in my lounge room here, but it is really, really cool. Next up is the Todrick Hall Forbidden World Tour poster for his New Zealand tour from 2018. Now, as you'll see, it's a photo of him, and then it's got Love Always Todrick Hall down in the bottom corner. I think this is a really, really cool piece. It's all pink and white and with the signature in black writing. It also has New Zealand 2018 on the bottom, which is really neat. Most of you, if you don't know, Todrick is an artist. He is not only that, he is a content creator, a YouTuber, all that sort of thing. Not only that, but he is also Taylor Swift's choreographer, and he has done music videos and different like works with her at different times. So it was really cool to like sit front row for his show when he came to Auckland, and then not only that, I got to meet him in person, grab a photo, but he also signed these for the meet and greet people, and I think there was also a limited run of these too, so I'm not sure who got one, but I've always kept mine. So this is a really, really cool piece I have. This is from, now this one here is not personally signed in any way, but these signatures that you see on it are printed on the photo and on the poster. So this is from the I Love the 90s tour. This was actually gifted to me when I met Vanilla Ice and Coolio backstage in the meet and greet, and this is really, really cool for many, many reasons. This is just super colourful, it pops full of colour, it's got all the tour dates from everywhere in Australia to New Zealand, so Saturday 3rd of June, and it's really, really cool. It has Vanilla Ice, Salt and Pepper, Colour Me Bad, Tone Loc, Coolio, Young MC, as you can see all their photos on it, but it's a really cool piece. Not only did I get to attend this I Love the 90s tour a bunch of years ago, but I also got to meet all the artists on it, get photos with all the artists. Didn't get anything personally signed or anything like that because none of the artists really had time on this tour, but you did get one of these, and you also got a few other cool like merchandise items, which is really, really neat, and I just think this is a cool piece. So last but not least, guys, is this. Now this is one of my favorites. This is the biggest one that I have from sort of a recent tour. Now, like I mentioned to you guys earlier in one of the videos, I was lucky enough to meet Miguel. I also got to give in the lanyard during his War and Leisure tour. Now this is a really, really cool piece that you see right here. This is a piece that got personally gifted to me by him when I met him in the meet and greet. Now this is really, really cool. It actually has his signature here. The whole thing is yellow mixed with the blue photo, mixed with black writing. It has the tour dates down here, down below, everything from the Sydney, Melbourne and Australia dates, like the Splendour and the Grass date, and then also the Logan Campbell Auckland date. But it was really cool. It's such a special piece to me, if you can see it close enough. He has signed it. It is really neat. It's a really cool piece, and it's a cool display piece too. I think I'll forever cherish this one. This one's a really, really cool piece. Just something a bit different. Not a lot of artists will take the time to sign things, personally sign things even, but this is just really cool. And the fact that he gifted them to each of the people in the meet and greet at the Auckland show last year was really, really, really neat. So I think it's really cool. These are just some of the few things that I have had signed over the years by different artists, and there's still so much you guys haven't seen, but this is just a few of my favourite things. And yeah, I really, really love the Miguel one. I think it's so cool, and it matches the lanyard that I showed you guys in the earlier video. So yeah, it's just a really cool piece. I love it so much, and I can't wait to hang it up in my lounge here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my video of showing you guys all my collectible celebrity memorabilia stuff. There's still some stuff that you guys haven't seen yet, but we'll save that for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.